Welcome to the end of another highly questionable work week. We've got Mina Kimes, ESPN Daily, and the Mina Kimes podcast with Lenny, and we've got Katie Nolan, sports with a question mark, and we've got a little surprise for you as well. A little surprise, a little toy that we, yes, there he is, the question-asking oracle from the future. Dale, papi.
Does young Gruden praise of Derek Carr make you think that the Raiders won't go after pretty boy Tom Brady?
Okay, this is again meant to troll. I'm assuming Katie Nolan, every time she is on this show, the Patriots fan gets a Brady question. And Gruden, of course, I'm sorry, my father just vanished. He'll be back in a second. Of course, Gruden is going to say these things about Derek Carr. That's the quarterback he has. He doesn't even know if he's going to get Tom Brady. He doesn't want to be saying public things about wanting Tom Brady to the detriment of Derek Carr and also to create more of a market so that he's got to spend more among the few teams that might be interested in Tom Brady. This is the thing that he has to say. It has next to nothing to do with Tom Brady. But I would say this, if I were in Vegas, land of aging stars and entertainment, going somewhere to make a splash, that is an interesting destination.
Yes, but Tom Brady in Vegas does not make any sense unless he's in some sort of weird midlife crisis where he's going to dabble in, like, imagine being in your 40s and being like, I think I might move to Vegas. It doesn't make any sense. That's absolutely ridiculous. The most important thing about what John Gruden said, first of all, it sounds like the compliments you give right before you break up with someone who didn't really do anything wrong to you. You are nicest to them right before you let them go because you know you're about to hurt them. So I'm not convinced that this means that they're going to stick with Carr. But I found it very interesting that John Gruden says he listens to serious vinyl classic rock. I pictured him as more of a Margaritaville guy, so that really threw off my Friday.
Yeah.
Katie doesn't think Tom Brady belongs in Vegas. Have you seen
doesn't.
this picture? I mean, look at that man. He looks like he's about to ask you to believe in the power of magic, just for one night. Derek Carr is an interesting figure in the NFL because he's had a very weird career. Back in 2016, when we were talking about him like he was an MVP, he was a little bit overrated. Now, he's a little bit underrated. He's coming off of a career in which he's had his best QBR, best yards per attempt, best completion percentage, and he's cheap. This year and next year, he's only about $20 million on the Raiders cap. So basically, if they were to go out and get Tom Brady, they'd be paying way more money for a quarterback who was worse than Derek Carr last year. It doesn't really make sense. That said, if Tom Brady just hung out with Mark Davis like once or even friended him on Facebook, you know he could get $60 million out of him.
Should Jerry Jones sign Dez Bryant because he has been thinking about him in the shower?
All right, everybody,
so
drink
weird.
that in. Drink that in. Not my father. That's weird. I'm going to ask the audience to drink in Jerry Jones thinking while in the shower because he has said that when he thinks in the shower, Dez Bryant is tempting to him as someone to return to the Cowboys. Now, I would
made it
say,
weird.
yes, it's funny. I'm sorry. I made it weird. Jerry Jones is the one who made us picture him in the
You
shower.
used the
I
word
didn't
tempt.
invent that. That's him, not me. Don't blame that on me. So Dez Bryant hasn't played in the sport since 2017. His fall from grace as a number one receiver was precipitous, and it's because of an Achilles tear that is hard to come back from at any time, but especially when you need speed in your 30s. I don't see how this makes any kind of sense, but I have been surprised that Dez Bryant went from excellent to not wanted by anybody as fast as he did.
So this actually does make a little bit of sense in principle. Here's why. If Dallas was to pay Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper anywhere close to their market value, they would be the only team in the NFL with a $30 million quarterback, a $20 million wide receiver, and a $20 million pass rusher. Oh yeah, they have a $15 million running back as well. That's a stars and scrubs roster. And to make that kind of roster work, you have to either succeed in the draft or sign cheap, high upside veterans like, say, a Dez Bryant. Now that said, I don't imagine Jerry Jones was in the shower thinking about how to maximize asset allocation. It sounds more like this was a sentimental idea, and it's probably a bad one for that reason.
Yeah, Mina just broke down how it all makes sense from a football standpoint. I will now break down how the thinking of this in the shower actually makes sense, because Jerry Jones says a lot of stuff that sounds insane, and this is one of the more sane things that he said. I have most of my best thoughts in the shower. It's one of the only places in this now, technology-riddled world where we don't have a phone or any other distraction. It's just you and water and a bunch of tasks that you don't really feel like doing. So your brain wanders, and that's where you come up with some stuff. Also, normally it's in the morning or the end of the day, which are both very good times for your brain to work out problems that you've been having. So I think thinking of him in the shower, while it provides great comedy, is actually pretty logical and probably a good sign that this is something he thinks he's going to do.
You know, I would have thought he'd be more of a bath guy.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
and I wish you didn't say it, but yeah,
I know.
Yes, with a
Like,
chalice,
why?
with like a bejeweled goblet filled with
Yeah.
Johnny Walker Blue, for sure.
We've
Getting
now just
sponged by
discussed
someone.
Jerry Jones getting sponged on sports TV.
That's right. That's right.
Dan, you want to know who I think about in the shower?
No. Next topic.
No,
No.
don't do that,
You
Bobby.
got it.
No,
Your mother,
no.
yeah.
No. Ay, Dios mío, qué asco.
Does the running beer have a good point about the alphabet?
Okay, wow, look, my father going with all of his oldies but goodies, all of his nicknames. He calls Antetokounmpo the alphabet. He calls James Harden the running beard. Neither of those nicknames has taken off at all. He's been doing it for about 6 years. Regardless, James Harden has this to say, because Antetokounmpo, before the All-Star game, didn't want to pick him because he said he doesn't pass, and then after the All-Star game, told everybody we were going after him late. Anybody he was guarding, we were going after him. And now this is what James Harden says to Rachel Nichols.
You do have people talking about some of the stereotypes that have blown up around you. Charles Barkley, when they had the All-Star draft, was saying, oh, no one wants to take James Harden, he's a dribbler. Giannis Antetokounmpo makes a joke on the air about, I want to take someone who can pass. I'm taking Kemba Walker instead of James Harden.
I average more assists than him, I think.
You ranked 10th in assists going into the All-Star break, and Kemba ranked 36th in assists going into the All-Star break.
So I don't see what the joke is, but I didn't even see it. You know, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I just know none of them can mess with me.
Daryl Morey, your general manager, had a great line to kind of address all of that. He said, being different doesn't really get appreciated until it works.
Yeah, or when I'm done. You know, when it's all said and done, you know, they'll appreciate it more. You know, but I wish I could just run and with 7 feet and run and just dunk. Like, that takes no skill at all. I got to actually learn how to play basketball and how to have skill, you know? I take that any day.
So that sounds like a shot at the Greek Freak, but I would look at this and understand James Harden's frustration. He is undoubtedly excellent. His scoring sprees at his size are totally ridiculous and historic. And I'd be frustrated that everyone seems to hate me, that I've become a punchline when I am as good at scoring as anyone has ever been at scoring. I maximize all the efficiencies, and I'm a joke to everyone. And the reason is, no one likes watching that style of play. Nobody. Not people on other teams, not D'Antoni, he doesn't like it, and certainly nobody up here who doesn't like the way that they play basketball.
So Harden's point about Giannis there is actually accurate in some ways, right? We call them natural gifts for a reason. It's a lot easier to play basketball when you look like you were built in a lab to play basketball. Like, if we were casting a movie about an NBA star, Giannis Antetokounmpo would be the lead, James Harden would be the quirky character actor. He's like the Steve Buscemi of basketball, and he has to be skillful, right? Because he doesn't have any other options. He has to be better. He knows this, and it's immensely frustrating to him. But Giannis also has to be skillful, because if all it took was being 7 feet tall and athletic, JaVale McGee would also be a perennial MVP candidate. Giannis is good at a lot of the other little things that make him good. It's just easier for him than Harden.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with all of that. I think the thing we're not talking about that we should probably address is why that interview looks like the evil Kermit meme. Like, it's very dark, and one of them's got a hat on. There's just a weird vibe going on in that interview, but I enjoy it. Rachel did a great job, and what a great, this is good. It's because that weird storyline that these two hate each other, nobody really understands why. And the more fuel we can add to that fire, the more we can all keep our jobs. So I appreciate it. I also would like to be 7 foot tall and just be able to dunk. That would be nice.
Well, if I had to guess why he's salty, I think a little bit is what Dan said, which is he knows that nobody likes him and everybody loves Giannis. And the other thing is, Giannis beat him for MVP in what should have been a really close race, but was depicted as a foregone conclusion.
No, I get why Harden's salty. I don't get why Giannis keeps picking on Harden. If I were Harden, I'd be like, shut up, dude. I'm doing well. I'm at the All-Star game. I'm good. Please shut up. And Giannis is like, yeah, but you suck, though. Like, that's weird. What's Giannis's deal?
He's also so friendly and nice, even when he's picking on someone nobody really thinks he is, which is something I can't relate to at all.
Oh, but that's also the worst when somebody's like being passive aggressively mean to you and then you react aggressively and everyone's like, chill out. Like, no, he was mean first.
Coming up next on my son's TV show.
Plays for USC, and here he is.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa!
Oh, my father gives the, yes, you saw my father give the sound, the oh man sound, and a foul.
Ooh,
I think he
and a
deserved
foul.
that's an and one call.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
Play the game that wonders where the rest of my body is. Do you question?
It's an excellent question. You guys give us topics and events, we question them.
Do you question the more impressive feat at the combine, Henry Rugg or the jack punter?
Okay, the jacked punter, Katie, thank you for refraining. We appreciate blowing in his ear. She's been doing that. It's a human resources problem. She's been doing that before. So let's check in here with Henry Ruggs. He's the Alabama receiver. He's very fast, and he goes 5'11", 188, and picks up a lot of ground with those long steps, and it ended up being an official 4.27. Very fast, obviously, but the jack punter from Arizona State is where we got to go on this. He does 25 reps of 225. That is more than all of the wide receivers at the combine. It's more than all but one of the tight ends at the combine. Kevin Durant, coming out of college, couldn't do 185 one time. Not one time. That's 225. But this is more impressive to me. Which way would you guys go on this?
Poor Henry Ruggs showing up and doing something that's actually useful and relevant to his position, and then being upstaged by the jacked punter who displays a skill that has very little utility in the NFL and yet is one that is more impressive to us.
Yeah, I'm more impressed because that's 6 more than Frank Clark could do, and that's absolutely insane. But as Mina said, not useful, not going to help him. So, yeah, it's...
Hey, Katie, you want to see my favorite combine video?
Oh,
Sure,
yeah, let's see a
Poppy.
good one, Poppy. Let's see what, oh, a hand has
Oh, you
appeared.
got a floating hand.
There's
Oh,
Tom
man.
Brady. There it is.
All right.
Wearing,
You know what,
wearing
guys?
shorts from the 90s.
That's just
Yeah.
making the point that he's not going to go to the Raiders because they want a mobile quarterback. Thanks, Poppy.
Do you question if this was an impressive shot or a lucky shot?
All right, we're going to check in. What are you laughing about, Katie? We're going to
It's
check
so
in
weird. It's a
here.
floating head.
Top 10 pick we're talking about here, Onyeka Okongwu. That's his name, and he plays for USC, and here he is.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa!
Oh, my father gives the, yes, you saw my father give the sound, the oh man sound, and a foul. I think he
and a
deserved
foul.
that's an and one call.
Wow.
Holy smokes. You know, once upon a time, I used to see highlights like this and marvel at them and think, wow, that's so amazing. But after being on the show, now I just know I'm going to have to ask whether it's
happens.
actually impressive.
Yes, that's true.
It is a little bit of luck. We got to say, obviously
No, it's all
impressive, the
luck.
ability to
It's
do
all
that. But
luck.
anything past half court has a lot of luck involved in it.
He's better than Jared Jack.
You sure, Poppy? You remember that one?
Okay,
Remember
we
that
tried
one
it.
from a long time ago.
We tried it.
That is
Oh,
true.
wow.
Thank you, Poppy.
Wow.
Wow.
It's an arm
yeah.
punt,
See, if he did that at the combine, though, he'd go top 5 in the draft.
of course.
Do you question if this is forgivable?
All right, we're tied 2-2 in the 86th minute. Look at the ladies. They're thinking, what's unforgivable? Is this forgivable or unforgivable? I was just marveling at allowing that shot to even take place. I don't forgive
Yeah.
either one of those guys.
That was pretty bad, but I've seen worse.
Yes, that's right. Look at the guy. I want you guys to notice 2 things here, 2 other things, though, when we replay this. Look at this goaltender and how he pretends the only reason I was beaten is because I clearly tore my hamstring.
Oh,
Look,
my hamstring. Ah.
And then my favorite is this little guy floating poppy head of this guy right here, coming in here, amazed and confused.
There's also no one watching that soccer game, but we found
For
it
the best.
anyways to shame the
Yeah.
players.
We're watching. That's right. We're always watching, all over the
To
globe.
be fair, the net's real small, you know? Getting that ball in there's tough.
Do you question the impressiveness of this dunk?
What, Katie? Why do you keep laughing?
Mina
It's
made
just
a
because
funny
it's-
face. I just look at Mina the she made a silly face.
This time it's Mina. Before it's my father's floating head. Let's see what we have here.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's go. Dog
Yes.
dunk contest.
Come on.
Let's go.
you got this. You got this, little buddy. Oh no!
Hang on that rim.
oh.
Hang on that rim.
Oh, no.
Yes!
In your face. Buckets. That is
That's a double dribble.
10.
That pivot
quite a
foot change.
double
No.
dribble. Get
No,
out of
a bunch-
here.
it was some-
Let
no,
the
he
kids
planted-
play.
Okay,
his pivot
Dwayne
feet-
Wade.
You can't change the pivot feet. He had it too, and then he came up.
Get
Can't
out of
do that.
here.
You sound
Get
like
outta
James
here.
Harden. You've got a beard and you're mad at a guy that can dunk.
To play the game that is actually here from the future. See?
See?
Oh no.
Oh, no. You give us things that are on television. I don't know what just happened there. We tell you if we're intrigued. What happened there?
I just want to flick him.
Saturday night at 8 p.m., Lakers and Grizzlies.
All right, so you remember that time that a championship swung in the balance because Draymond Green couldn't stop kicking people in the private areas, and it swung an entire series between Cleveland and Golden State. Last night, the Lakers, LeBron's not even playing in this game. The Lakers win by 30, and Draymond Green, understandably fed up. Dwight Howard had run him over a couple of times, and he kept getting called for stuff, and so he gets upset. And LeBron enjoys Draymond getting upset. Yeah, he's telling everybody, I did that to him that one time, and I got him suspended, and I swung the entire series, and we were the lesser team, and we beat the Warriors, and they had 73 wins. And then he goes quiet. Yeah, he's got to be enjoying all of that. Mina, are you intrigued?
I am intrigued. Can you replay that though and focus on the security guard who is right behind LeBron? Watch this guy. He's like, nope. Clearly,
He wanted in.
he like thinks he's part of the joke. He wants in on it. That would be me if I was security guard.
Okay, that would be you as a security guard. How about you, Katie? Are you intrigued?
Yes, I'm very intrigued. Also intrigued, Dan, how you were able to fit like a whole paragraph of words into him talking for a couple seconds, like a bad lip reading. You made it work. I think you were right. That's definitely what he was saying.
Mina, I don't feel like you ever held up a card there. Did you say whether you were intrigued or not? Whatever. Let's go. Let's get her out of here and bring in Poppy. How about you, Poppy? Are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Are you kidding me? You know, the Grizzlies, they have a Latino player there by the name of Juan Moran. That guy's going to make it happen tonight.
That's not
Juan Moran, you know?
Yeah,
That's
that's
right,
not-
a name that you'll never forget.
No,
You know what I
okay.
mean? LeBron is going to have his hands full.
Oh, okay.
Juan Moran.
A name you'll never forget. Juan Morant.
Tonight at 8 p.m., Mavericks at Heat.
Oh, my father likes this guy a lot. Let's bring up my father's head real quick so people can see what his face looks like. Poppy, Derek Jones Jr. That's your guy, Poppy. That's your guy. You want to
my
watch him?
guy.
Yes. Yeah, see, Poppy loves
That's
him.
my guy.
Because, okay, you can put his head away. That was fairly useless given that I already said what he was going to say. But check in with Derek Jones Jr. the other night.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
hard to do.
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, that's not easy to do.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
it really is. Mina, are you intrigued?
I am intrigued. And I feel like ever since Derek Jones Jr. won the dunk contest and then was doubted and shaded for it, he feels pressure his entire career to do increasingly cool things to prove to the world that he deserved it.
How about you, Katie? Are you intrigued?
I mean, he did it so great. That was really awesome. But I'm probably not going to watch the whole game. So I'm just going to be honest and just say no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
All right.
intrigued by that specific thing.
All right.
Game probs not.
Get this fraud out of here and let's bring in Heat Homer Poppy. Are you intrigued? Of course you are, Poppy.
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. I'm telling you. I mean, Lucas' birthday today. You know, Lucas, I'm going to make sure that it's going to be a real bad birthday tonight, you know, because I'm going to get a huge ice cream cone. I'm going to shove it in front of his face, and I'm going to say, Luca, you stink.
Was that
Okay.
like a physical
Well,
threat?
Luka
Yeah, no.
Doncic, be careful, my father. An old man's going to run on the court and threaten you with a cone of ice cream.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
All right, my Poppy, he's getting into the happy hour. Get out of here, Poppy. Thanks for helping us out. Katie Nolan, sports with a question mark. Mina Kimes, the Mina Kimes show with Lenny, and also ESPN Daily. Get out of here, Poppy.
Go find the rest of your body.
We'll see you.
Look at him. He's exhausted. He is exhausted. Look at my